Hello, everybody. Are you ready for some mystery stamping? I hope so. My name is Robbie Rabala, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in New Bern, North Carolina. I hope you're going to play along with me tonight. I see I've popped up on my computer, so let me get that going. And that way I can see when people come in and see comments once I flip the phone down. Welcome. If this is your first time joining us, please say hello and tell us where you're from. Hi, Donna. I can't wait to show you some of the things that I've been working on. I've been working on my classes. I've got my Rain Boots class for next month all done. I am working on the add-on for our retreat or stamp camp. I keep calling it retreat, but it's a stamp camp. I've got those cards. I've started working on those cards, but I stopped today because I have classes this week and next week, and I always give my ladies a little treat. And so I have been making these for them. They're so cute, but they are really getting the piece in that holds the Hershey Kisses. That's a real feat. But all the ladies who come to my workshops get this. And then if they order a class from me online, hey Ruth, I send that out to them also. So just a little thank you, just to let them know I'm thinking about them. We had rain today. I went to the post office and then we went to Dollar Tree and Walmart, and it was like poured. So we got out, we did okay, but that's not too bad. I don't know who else is coming in. Oh, hey, Barb. If anybody is playing along, or let's do it this way. I need to know who's playing along and who isn't. So if you're not playing along, say no. And if you are playing along, say yes. So we can see who's here and who's not going to play along. I will tell you, I will not be here. Next Monday is Valentine's Day. Hey, Renee. And I won't be here the week after because I'll be on vacation in South Carolina. So I won't be doing it either day. So, but okay, Renee's not playing along. I don't think Barb is either because she's probably busy trying to put her bed together because they just got a new bed. But I have a really cute card, and it's one that I saw online. I like the layout, and I went, oh my gosh, that's a perfect card for mystery stamping. So I used that, and it's not a hard card. It really isn't. There are some pieces to it that you have to do. Where's my embossing folder? Ooh, I forgot my embossing folder, so I'll have to pick that up when it comes time to emboss. I had everything. Did I leave it over there? Nope, I had it all sitting on the table over there. The only thing I can figure is I had pulled the embossing folder and then I used it for something else. Hey, Pam, and I put it back. So I'll have to grab my embossing folder when it comes time to emboss it. The weather down here was gorgeous this weekend, and then it got cold again. We walked this morning, it was like 40 degrees. We walk every morning, unless it's raining. One morning we do yoga. So, I try to keep active and busy, doing what I can. Can't slow down. But then I came upstairs and I worked on some cards after the grocery store. I picked up some dinner tonight. I used chicken in my air fryer. I usually do the little chicken wings. Yeah, I did, Pam. I posted it like 3 times. But I wanted the little chicken wings and, the drumettes, but we haven't had them. So my friend told me, well, we did it with drumsticks. So I picked up drumsticks and that's what I did it with tonight. And it was good. So I wanted chicken in the air fryer. I have a Instapot recipe for tomorrow night. It's goulash. I'm going to try that one. And after that, I don't know. It just depends, because I had to buy a big bag of chicken legs because I couldn't get 2 or 3. So I kept out what I was going to do for dinner, and then I froze the rest of them. So I won't be having air fryer chicken for a while. And I imagine I think I cut the Instapot recipe in half because they always make these huge recipes and it's just me. And I don't want to eat the same thing for every night for a week. So I'm hoping by cutting it in half, I don't get a whole lot, just a couple of nights meals. And we'll see what happens after that. I know we're going to order in on Friday evening for Valentine's Day. They're doing the Valentine's dinner up at the pavilion and we don't go. So we're going to order in. Don't know what we're going to have, but it'll be fun and we'll see. What else is going on? I have an order coming tomorrow, and if you're not a demonstrator, you don't know about this, but there's a new bundle. It's actually a suite that's available for demos to order. And I think you guys can order it next month. But the bundle, the stamp set and the dies are going to be in the new annual catalog. The paper and the other stuff isn't. Now, I ordered the paper. I did not order the bundle. I looked at it and I think it's going to be too limiting. And so I didn't order it. I ordered the paper because the paper is ocean type papers. And I have like 4 or 5 different ocean ones that they'll go with. I have the, let's see, I think it's Ocean Front. Where's my catalog? There's a couple in the new catalog that I have. And there's one in the annual that I have. Well, naturally, let me go to the back. That's the best place. But I can see where it's going to go with, let's see. It will go with, where are they all at? There's a couple of ocean ones. The Sailboat Builder punch or bundle, it'll go with that. I don't have that one, but I have, it might go with the palm dies. I don't know. I'd have to see it. I have the sea dies, or the Seas the Day bundle. It'll go with that. And there was another one. Oh, maybe it's not in here. Wait a minute. What's that one? No, Oceanfront. Yeah. So there's 3 sets, and then there's one in the annual catalog that I have. Maybe 2 that it'll go with. And I thought, well, I'll play with it with those because I like using what I already have with new stuff. And paper is a great way to do it. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. Ooh, I'm way past due. It's time to get started. So if you're the type that gets dizzy, close your eyes and don't open them until I tell you to, because I'm going to flip myself upside down and then flip my phone. So let's get started. Close those eyes. Here I go. And I'm going to flip this down. And I pulled it back. Hopefully it's not too far. Okay. Whoa, way off. Still way off. Let me do that. I adjusted it. You can open them now. I'm adjusting, but not. All right, let me get it evened out. Clue 1 was all the supplies that you need. Pam, I'm sorry you didn't see it, but I posted yesterday, this morning, and again right before I go live. So, I mean, I post them quite a few times. So clue 1 was all the supplies that you need. All right. So clue 2. All right. You're going to take the larger piece of pattern paper, and I'm using the Heart and Home. That's what we're using in our Ladybug class, stamp camp. And we're going to attach it to the left side of the 4 by 5 1/4. Now, I'm doing my card in portrait. So if you are doing yours in landscape, it would be the other way. This one was, I think, 3 by 4 1/4. So, and I know I'm going to run out of stuff. I can see the red tape in there, and that's an indication you're getting low. All right, so this is going to go on the left side of this piece. Okay. And it's going to be even. There's not going to be any white showing. So get it lined up and then stick it down. All right. Okay, that's all right, Betty Ann. So that's what we have so far. Now, and I debated which side to use because I'm going to use the other side, and that's the smaller piece, and it's going to go on here, and it's going to butt up against that other piece. So I just flipped my paper over, which is the advantage, I'm going to go that way, of double-sided paper is you can flip it over. All right. So the reason I put it on a piece of white is the pattern, I'm going to pop this up, and the pattern paper would be too flimsy. So I decided to pop it up or put it on a piece of white to give it some stability. Okay, we're going to add that pattern paper to our card base. And I am using a white card base. I could have used Misty Moonlight. Oh, I haven't used that one. It's not sliding very good. I'll have to play with that and make sure. I don't want to mess my card up. All right, so this is going to go on here. And there's a lot of white. It's going to be lost. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab real quick a piece of this. And here's what I'm going to do. This is the same size. I'm going to cut this down 1/8 of an inch, only because it's really lost on that, and I don't want to put it on a Misty Moonlight piece. Aha, much better. It's not lost on that white card. Now, if you're putting your card together and that happens, cut it down and put it on another panel. I hadn't planned on it. You could actually put your pattern paper straight on this. Okay, why is that? All right, so there we've got it. Okay, and then we're going to put this on our card base using dimensionals. And my dimensionals are hidden underneath my stuff over here. All right. I have not used the Fun Foam for a while. I need to pull that out. This would be a perfect opportunity to use it. The other thing you can do also is use panels of paper, like if you stamp on something, drop a stamp on it and you ruin it, don't throw that panel away. Use it as a layer instead of dimensionals on your card base to give it some stability. Someone had said in one of the videos I was watching, they had stopped using the Fun Foam, and I don't know if this is true or not. They said because it's stiff and it doesn't go through the machine easily. I don't know if that's true or not. like I said, it's been a while since I've used it, so, whoops, I forgot my pokey tool over here. And there it is. I think my other pokey tool is lost for good. I have not found it. The table's been cleaned off, so it's not on the table. I don't know if it got picked up accidentally when the ladies who were here were cleaning up their stuff to leave and what. So I don't know, but I can't find it. Okay. All right, this is going to go on our card base like so. All right, so we've got our card base done. Step 5 or clue 5. If you're using the Stitch So Sweetly dies, cut out the second largest rectangle, which I am, but I also gave you dimensions if you are not using the dies so that you could take and use a rectangle. So I've got that. There it is, cut out, ready to go. All right, let me move that out of the way. Next one, was it shaking when I was doing that? If it is, my computer's shaking because it's sitting on the table. All right, now I'm going to use my embossing folder to emboss this rectangle that I just cut out. And you have to emboss after you die cut, because if not, what will happen is your piece, this way, your piece will, if you emboss first and then die cut it, it'll flatten it. So you gotta die cut, then emboss. And I am using the new Splatters embossing folder. I love that embossing folder. I haven't used the stripes, but I have used the Splatters. All right. So, I've used it a lot. Now, okay, come on. Can't get it. I can't get it off of the, I hate trying to get them off of the folder. It messes up. It doesn't want to come off for me. I don't know why. It sticks. All right, so we've got this embossed with the splatter. All right. Tie your ribbon, and where's my ribbon? I use my ribbon and put it away. Oh my gosh. Tie your ribbon around the lower portion of the embossed rectangle. And you know what? I grabbed this, but I think I'm going to use, I still have the Misty Moonlight from the, this is the Misty Moonlight from the New Horizons bundle. So I'm going to tie that around here, and I'm going to make a bow. I can't pull it too tight, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to take my reverse tweezers. I've got to get that under control over there. That crock that I have it all in it's got more stuff in it than it needs to be in there. I need to take some out. So I'm going to use my reverse tweezers to hold my knot. Then I can tie my bow. So if you don't have reverse tweezers, get to Michael's and get a pair, or Hobby Lobby. I know Michael's has had them. Of course, I don't know what anybody has anymore. I don't know about you, but what I've seen is all of the craft stores are really going way down on paper crafting supplies. I don't know why. All right, trying to get my bow even. All right, there. So now I need to cut my ribbon. All right, so I'm going to cut my ribbon. Oh, I messed that up big time. Let me try again. Much better. I'm glad I switched to this because I think it'll look better on here. All right. Number 8, clue 8. We're going to add dimensionals to the back of the panel and add it to the card front. Now, those of you who know me know that I love dimensionals. I use them a lot because it's a great way to take your card to the next level. It just gives it some interest, so to speak. All right. And dimensionals are not expensive, so it's a good way. And this is the last of the strips that I have so over here, so I'm going to have to get another panel. All right, now I got to take all my backs off. All right. Okay, we're about ready to add our image. This is a good, my little scissors, these, Pam. Okay, so this is going to go on right about there, like so. All right, so I've got that on there. All right, got it on. Yes, these are tonic, and I got these at Joann's on sale. They were in with the, I'm a sewer, so they were in with all the other scissors that Joann's has. So, but they're by Tonic is what it says, Tonic Studios. But I love them. I have a bunch of sets that I use in my classes, and I say ribbon only because you never cut ribbon with your good snips. It'll dull them. You're welcome. Okay, now I'm going to put that over here. It says stamp your image on the scrap paper and use a die or a punch to cut it out or fussy cut it. Well, I am using the Ladybug punch, so I don't have to stamp anything. If you have not seen cards done with this, oh my gosh, it is so much fun. I love it. I'll show you the set in just a minute. I'm going to punch my leaves out, or my wings out of red. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the dots on here like so. And I'm going to cut this down. Okay. And I end up with using strips, so I end up playing with it to get it lined up. And when I get it lined up like so, then I can punch it out. Just don't punch with your hand in there because I don't know if it'll snip your hand. I have caught my hand when I squeezed it in here and pinched it. Oh my gosh, does that hurt. Oh, oh, oh. All right, this is going to go on his back. And I use a dimensional again, and a half a dimensional fits on there on the top of him, like right up there in that space perfectly. All right, so it's gonna go on like so. All right, and then I wanted that would be interesting. You know what I would do? I wouldn't do a black ladybug because what I would do is I would do a blue ladybug and do the wings out of something else. All right, I want my wings to look like wings. So I'm going to use a piece of vellum, and I will tell you, if you're going to punch vellum, punch it with a, oops, wrong way. Punch it with a piece of cardstock underneath, because punches and vellum do not like each other. But putting the piece of white underneath there, and just use scrap paper, which is what I did, it works perfectly. But I tried punching a circle, and see what it did? It just bent it. So put a piece, and I totally forgot when I did this. Put a piece of white underneath of it, and then you're not wasting your vellum. So I'm going to put this on, and I'm going to use a glue dot. It'll show through, but that's okay, because they're not going to be looking at the glue dot. They're going to be looking at your cute card. All right, so I'm going to put that on like so. And then, because I can, I'm going to color my vellum to give it some shine with my Wink of Stella. The Wink of Stella on vellum is perfect for wings. And isn't he cute? And see, you can kind of bend up the wings a little bit just to give it some dimension. And here we go. Yeah, Pam, it doesn't punch well. Now, I will tell you, I have vellum from like probably 10 years ago. It is Stampin' Up's vellum. So I don't know if the vellum has changed or not, but I've never had success with it. So I just put a piece of paper behind it, and it punches fine. So that's another reason you need to invite your friends to watch my videos, all the tips I give you. Okay, and I'm going to put him right there. I keep saying him, it could be a her. All right, and just pop his wings up. And then, because I felt it needed something, I'm going to pull in some black matte dots. I don't have any of the Misty Moonlight dots. I don't know if we even have any left. So I'm just going to sprinkle on some black ones. And I have lots of big ones, so I'm going to use the big ones. And there it is. Okay? Don't forget to mail your card. Oh, okay. So I must have the regular, back when I did it, they didn't have vellum cardstock. They only had vellum. So that's why I use because you can see it's pretty thin, which I kind of like. I like it being thin. The cardstock vellum, I think, would be too heavy. But thanks, Betty Ann. But isn't it cute and a great layout? Great way to use your pattern paper. But for the card, I used the Hello Ladybug stamp set. And this little one, I hadn't used him much, but he is adorable. And the bundle is on page 20 of your mini catalog. And you save 10% when you order the bundle. So don't forget to place your order. And then the Stitch So Sweetly dies. I have been loving these dies. I didn't order them at first, and then I ordered them, and I am glad I did, because look at all those dies. And that is on page 166 of the annual catalog, up at the top, and it's $32 for 10 dies. That is a steal. A steal. Oh, I know, Betty Ann, all of the stuff is coming in tomorrow, so I'm going to be, not that, the other, never mind. I was thinking about the class this month. Where do you see the cards? Oh my gosh, they are adorable. And who can believe you're going to do 8 cards in 2 hours? And they're cute, cute, cute. And I was working on I have to work on my add-on class, which I was working on. And Vicki was working on hers too. But this class, and we use this paper in it. So it's going to be so much fun. You know, a Zoom class, 2 hours, stamping. Woohoo! I love it. Love it, love it. Great way to spend, is it Friday evening, Saturday evening? I don't even remember. I think it's a Saturday evening, but it might be Friday. But this is the last week to order where you can order the card kit. Thanks, Barb. If you want just the Zoom and the PDF, Saturday. Okay, it's Saturday. Thanks, Barb. If you want just the Zoom and the PDF with no card kit, you can order anytime this month. But if you want the card kit, you have to order by the 7th, which is Monday, because we have to close it so we can order supplies and get it cut. And Vicki and I have to, like, my card kit will include all 8 cards and hers will too. So we've got to coordinate each other's cards and say, okay, this is what we have to do. So that'll be the thing we'll be working on is PDFs with cutting dimensions at least for each other, and then we'll get it written up. But I'm looking forward to it. A stamp camp. I talked to Vicki, and I think we're going to do another one in a couple of months, but I want to wait and see what's in the new catalog, see what's there. I think a stamp camp is more, people like it more. It's 2 hours. I think the retreat is too long and people don't want to be online that long. And that's fine because this was a lot of fun to do. We're working a lot together. So the only thing is she's in Australia and I'm here. So finding a time that works for both of us. That's why we chose Saturday evening for me, because it's 6 o'clock here, but it's like 8 or 9 in Australia for her. All right, time to pull me back up. And yeah, this was a fun layout. I loved it, Betty Ann. If you're the type that gets sick, close your eyes because I'm going to flip. All right, here I go, and I'll let you know when you can open them. Okay, we're good. You can open them. I try to do it quickly. I'm getting pretty good at flipping now. I really like the way this does. I know a couple of people have commented that they use other programs, and I like doing it this way. It's just a lot easier. Some people will use Zoom and stream it in so they can have the 2 cameras, but the flipping doesn't bother me. And oh, thanks, Renee. And as long as I tell you I'm doing it so you can close your eyes, it's over with and done with in very short time. Of course, when Facebook does its updates and does crazy things, it may not work. Okay, it is time for me to go downstairs and see what's on the Olympics tonight. I've been watching the figure skating. I watched the luge. I love football. I love NASCAR. I love winter sports, snowboarding, the moguls, all that stuff. I guess I'm just a daredevil at heart and just too chicken to do it, but I love those kind of things. So I'm going to go see what's on tonight. I have no clue what it could be. So we'll see, but I'm going to watch the Olympics and see what's on. I have to tell you, I have to tape the last end of it because it's on till midnight, and it's like, no, I can't stay up that late. I won't get up to walk in the morning. All right, ladies, I'm going to get ready and go, and I'm going to Oh, hi, Sandy. You're coming in at the tail end. Oh, well, that's good. Yeah, I'm glad she's watching it. I love watching it. We're not doing too good medal wise, but then okay. I can't wait to see Sean in the half pike. He said this is his last Olympics, and I can remember his first Olympics and some of the things he did, and it's like, whoa. All right, guys, I'm done. Bye.